Let us now see how the introns are removed from the mRNA transcript. An intron is removed through two successive transesterification reactions in which the phosphodiester linkages within the pre-mRNA are broken and new ones are formed. So two transesterification reactions, they take place, and as a result of these two reactions, two phosphodiester linkages are broken down and two new ones are formed. The first reaction is triggered by the 2' OH of the conserved A at the branch site. This group acts as a nucleophile to attack the phosphoryl group of the conserved G in the 5' splice site. So you have seen in the intron there is a conserved nucleotide. So the 2' OH of this A, it attacks the G nucleotide, and in G nucleotide actually it attacks the phosphoryl group, and this G nucleotide is present at the 5' splice site. As a consequence of this first reaction, the phosphodiester bond between the sugar and the phosphate at the 5' junction between the intron and exon is cleaved. The freed 5' end of the intron is joined to the A within the branch site. So at the 5' splice site, the intron and exon, they are joined, but when the 2' OH attacks this phosphodiester linkage, this phosphodiester linkage is broken, and these exons and introns, they get separated. So in this figure you can see pre-mRNA, and this is A in the branch point, and this A attacks the G here, and after this attack the G from here is broken down, and this G then binds with this A. And in the second transesterification reaction, this group at the 5' splice site, it attacks the G at the 3' splice site, and in this way this intron is broken and gets separated, and these two, 1 and 2, these two exons are then joined. So this is a way by which the introns are removed. Thus, in addition to the 5' and 3' backbone linkages, a third phosphodiester linkage from the 2' OH of that A to create a three-way junction is formed. So that's why it is called a branch point. So this is the mRNA, pre-mRNA, and here you can see a branch is formed. When this intron curves inside, it forms a branch with this A. So here you can see this is the three-way junction, and in this three-way junction this is A, and this again joins with this A. So this is a three-way junction. Note that the 5' splice site is the leaving group as a consequence of the first transesterification reaction. In the second transesterification reaction, the 5' exon reverses its role and becomes a nucleophile. And when it becomes a nucleophile, it attacks the 3' splice site. So the phosphoryl group of G at the 3' splice site is attacked by this exon. This second reaction has two consequences. First and most important, it joins the 5' and 3' exons. Thus, this is the step in which two coding sequences are actually spliced together. second, this same reaction liberates the intron, which serves as a leaving group. So as a result of this second reaction, the whole intron is removed. Because the 5' end of the intron had been joined to the branch point A in the first transesterification reaction, the newly liberated intron has the shape of a laureate. So the intron has curved and it formed a junction with the A. So this forms a laureate. Laureate उर्दू लैंग्वेज में लॉरिएट मीन्स ये जो फंदा होता है, रस्सी जो है इसको लपेट के जो फंदा बनाते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड लॉरिएट. इस फिगर में आप देख सकते हैं कि ये जो है ये एक लॉरिएट है. सो ये जो स्प्लाइट साइट है ये एक्सॉन अटैक करता है यहाँ पे, और इस अटैक के बाद ये पूरा इंट्रॉन जो है ये रिमूव हो गया है, और ये जो दो एक्सॉन्स हैं ये और ये दो एक्सॉन्स जो हैं दे आर नाउ जॉइंट. अगर आप इस इंट्रॉन को देखें तो ये इंट्रॉन जो है ये एक लॉरिएट यानी कि एक फंदा सा बना रहा है. इन दिस वे द इंट्रॉन इज रिमूव्ड बाय द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ laureate. In the two reaction steps, there is no net gain in the number of chemical bonds. Two phosphodiester bonds are broken and two new phosphodiester bonds are formed. Because it is just a question of shuffling bonds, so no energy input is demanded by the chemistry of this reaction, but a large amount of ATP is consumed during the splicing reaction. If there is no energy demand, then where this ATP energy goes? This energy is required to properly assemble and operate the splicing machinery. So assembling के लिए और इस मशीनरी के ऑपरेशन के लिए एनर्जी चाहिए, और ये एनर्जी जो है दिस इज सप्लाइड बाय ATP hydrolysis. Another point regarding the splicing reaction is direction. What ensures that splicing only goes forward, that is towards the formation of products. In principle, the reactions could go the other direction, and indeed this can be forced to happen under special circumstances. But in practice and under normal conditions, this doesn't happen in the cell.